Every empire carries a shadow W. Every financial system, no matter how polished, hides a secret economy underneath. A place where survival trades quietly while the official world performs its polished lies. Because when money stops functioning, people don't wait for permission. They create a second economy that ignores banks, laws, and central planners. It runs on the oldest and purest currencies: need, trust, and gold. Economists seldom speak of this. The black market is a flaw in capitalism. It, as capitalism, stripped of its corporate branding. Take Weimar Germany, 1923. The mark wasn't just losing value, it was disappearing. A loaf of bread cost 250 marks in January, 200 million by November. Families burned bundles of banknotes for warmth, children built forts from cash, and the government called it temporary. Citizens called it survival. Savings shifted from marks to anything tangible: gold, silver, foreign coins, even cigarettes. A wedding band could feed a family for a week. Paper currency became wallpaper. Literally. When faith fails, the black market rises. Across war-torn Europe, governments rationed essentials, claiming fairness, but scarcity doesn't honor fairness. In occupied Paris, coffee was contraband, sugar a luxury, penicillin a miracle for those who could pay in gold or favors. Soldiers and civilians traded in backrooms, uniforms for gasoline, diamonds for food. In the Warsaw Ghetto, smuggling bread meant risking death. The law called them criminals. The starving called them heroes. Legality and morality, as history teaches, rarely collapse in tandem. By the Cold War, systems perfected deception. The Soviet Union claimed markets were abolished, yet everyone knew someone who could get things. A refrigerator might cost a crate of vodka, car parts, a carton of Marlboros. Blue jeans became currency, proof that Western luxury outweighed socialist promises. Even the elites engaged the same networks. Party officials' wives bought French perfume smuggled via Finland while advocating collective sacrifice. Communism failed not due to poverty, but because it had to pretend the black market didn't exist. Latin America wrote a different story with the same plot. Argentina, 2001, banks froze deposits, leaving citizens penniless overnight. The blue dollar became the heartbeat of the nation. People traded in alleys, nail salons, and streets, quoting rates that shifted twice a day. The official peso, a joke. The underground dollar, survival. Venezuela escalated further. Hyperinflation made groceries unaffordable even with backpacks full of bills. Citizens turned to gold dust, literally measured on kitchen scales. The government condemned it, then quietly leveraged the same system for funding. Every government repeats this paradox. The louder it condemns, the more it depends on it. If you're finding this story eye-opening, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into hidden history. And I'd love to know, which country are you watching this video from? Drop it in the comments below. Black markets don't merely move goods. They sustain life. They feed armies, fuel vehicles, medicate the ill. They achieve what bureaucracies cannot: functionality. During World War II, Allied officers purchased contraband fuel from smugglers they were meant to arrest. In post-war Italy, mafia networks distributed supplies more efficiently than the state. The underground has always been civilization's emergency generator. And gold? Gold is the battery that powers it. It demands no belief, permission, or compliance. 1 ounce in Berlin, Beirut, or Beijing carries the same autonomy. Every ideology attempting to replace gold ultimately returns to it. When the church banned interest in the Middle Ages, Florentine bankers hid gold behind contracts. When Soviets outlawed private wealth, citizens hoarded Western coins. Modern central banks still amass tons of gold, quietly hedging against their own creations. So how does a black market truly form? It starts small. Cigarettes for sugar, car repairs for fuel, extra antibiotics off the books. Then networks develop, brokers, smugglers, middlemen, until the illegal economy becomes the essential one. Brutally honest, it prices by desperation, supply, and demand. Adam Smith under a loaded gun. Who thrives? Those with access, information, or audacity. Who suffers? Those still clinging to official narratives. Every black market teaches a harsh lesson. Trust is the most valuable currency. But scars remain. Societies that trade in shadows grow wary of daylight. Post-Weimar Germany, post-Soviet Russia, generations in Latin America all learned that survival often trumps law. The shadow economy doesn't just mirror collapse, it shapes the next chapter. Morality rewires. Citizens become skeptical, cunning, fluent in survival. Western audiences often miss this, believing it can't happen here. But it already is, cleverly disguised. Canada freezing accounts during protests, polished capital control, EU digital currency frameworks, marketed as transparency, but programmable money is one step from rationing. Inflation hits the West. Officials call it temporary. Translation: permanent if you're poor. Control is convenience. Surveillance is security. Dependency is modernity. And like every empire before, the tighter control becomes, the faster black markets expand. The modern black market thrives online. Encrypted Nigerian chats moving dollars faster than banks. Peer-to-peer crypto swaps in Argentina. Offshore stablecoins in Southeast Asia. Same instinct as always. Preserve an economy that can't be frozen. People adapt, not rebel. Sovereignty without permission. And central banks silently stockpiling gold, the oldest illegal asset. Black markets begin with citizens, but end with elites. Once the fragility of their own systems is evident, they too play by underground rules. Studying black markets isn't about crime, it's clarity. They expose the moment trust vanishes. The black market isn't the enemy, it's the reflection of systemic failure. Every empire losing credibility creates its own replacement, one transaction at a time. Official economies measure control, black markets measure truth. When these lines intersect, collapse isn't coming. It's already here. Ask yourself, if your bank froze your money tomorrow, if your salary halved overnight, what would you trade? That's your real economy, the world beneath the spreadsheet. History's verdict remains unchanged. Official money dies first. Black markets follow. Gold? Gold endures. If this shifted your perspective, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, tell me in the comments which country you're watching from. History has answers. I'll show you where to find them.